Trove is an MMO that came out in 2015 that was kind of praised on its building, but it's like, I'm too broke to afford, I think Final Fantasy came around this time, but or, you wasn't too dedicated to play World of Warcraft, or, you just was broke in general. You would play Trove. Trove had different mechanics, like building, that was probably the main thing that set it apart, but also it's slightly forgettable gameplay of just doing dungeons. Overall, that really kind of put it together. That really made it good. So, the main point about this whole video is, can you make Trove a better game in 2023? My opinion, probably not. So, if you really want to bring back Trove, you have to do a lot of things. So, that would first be changing delves. I hate it. I'm pretty sure other people hate it. So, what delves are is really the same thing as like the main gameplay, except you're going downward. But you have to do it for the main content to get like your shadows. What was it? Titan souls, lunar souls, and despoiled divinity. You had to do it for that, which is honestly pretty bad. Now, the difference between this and Shadow Towers is kind of fun to do. Delves, though, that is terrible. So we took like the one part of like Shadow Towers where you endlessly go down a part, or not endlessly, well, in this case Shadow Towers, you would like explore an area. Like I think it was in High Dragon release, you could like there was like this new area you would go through. Essentially, you explore through a new area, you you don't even have to kill enemies, you just go through it. You kill like a boss, go to next floor, kill through boss, do like a curse skulls, kill that, and then bam, onto real boss. Overall, that was kind of more fun than Delves. Delves is essentially just a simple version of that. All you would really do is, essentially you would just kill a boss. It would be like, kill many boss, then proceed to clear skulls. If not, kill a certain amount of enemies. If not that, clear 5 rooms. And if not that one, 4 monoliths. And if you're very lucky, you would get the mini boss variation every single time. Like as right now, I'm pretty sure Trevor's up. It's kill creatures, and since I think this was like Uber 11 or 10, which I can barely do on my own, of like people running it with me. This is like the peak gameplay. This is what you get to do at the end game to get your lunar, to spoil divinity, and Science Souls, which is kind of important. So after you get like, all your daily stuff, you know, you wonder what's next. So you look around and then you're finding, gems. Gems are really important. I gotta say the gem system isn't too bad. Seen worse, but it works, it works. Now the thing that I don't like that they removed, but at the same time, it actually does make the game a lot better, was the gem renator. Or geminator, I don't remember. Essentially, your gems could break, when you was upgrade them if you didn't use something to upgrade them. So that was really for like the players who actually had enough. Once your gems break, boy, you'll be panicking. You don't understand. When you put a lot of materials into that, ooh, you'll be panicking. Also, regenerators cost like around 500. I thought on the wiki. I remember them costing like 500. Also, to remove gems, you would need a regenerator. But they still haven't refunded me on that. I feel like at least we should get refunded for all those gems I had to spend. But you know what, honestly, I don't really care too much. It is what it is. Now that they changed that gem system until gems don't break anymore. So kind of like, gets rid of that risk. But at the same time, I could see why no one really likes it. Kind of a terrible system. But let's say, you're done doing all of gems, delves. You're asking, what's the other content? What else you got? Well, you have Leviathans. I really did a Leviathan. Only Leviathan I did was inside of a delve. But I can say for this from the time I've did it, they're just big bosses that are different that require your light. That's it. Nothing different. Still the same thing. Except you find it in the, whatever the god delve area is called. After that one, after you've done that, then you have Bomber Royale if anybody still plays it. You have your Dragon Coin events, or working on a different character, and then dungeons. It's just the gameplay loop is pretty small. There's not much to it. Or reason why I won't talk about the delve content part because I'm gonna be honest, I find that one really boring. I don't really find it too interesting. Like right now, I think I'm like, if you look on the right, I'm like 1 out of 40 on like one of the quests. I'm not even going to attempt to do it. It's just not worth it at all. It's not even that it's not worth it. Actually, no, it's just not even worth it. Besides mastery, you could mastery grind, but if you look at Trove as a whole, there's not much to do in it. Besides, grind dungeons, call it a day, and just repeat like next week on Monday at 7 o'clock in the morning. There's not much to do. It may seem like a lot. It has infinite generation, which is actually pretty cool, which means you can go indefinitely, but there's not much to a whole. So this is what I would do to change it. So first, I would give it like more content. Well, that's a given. So like in this thing, they have strikes. Actually, no, that's probably a terrible example. Okay, I would give it like some other type of content to get Lunar Souls from instead of just doing delves. Maybe revamp Shadow Towers so people actually have a reason to do Shadow Towers besides doing leaderboard result or being on the leaderboards. I mean, if you do the leaderboards, you do get stuff, so it's not too useless. Overall, it would have to be first. The first change would have to go to Shadow Towers. Second, removing Bomber Royale. I'm not bad at it. I have wins on it. It's just it seems so dead sometimes. It can take a long time. So honestly, remove it and replace it with something else. What would I replace it with? Um, I would say delve-based instance, but honestly, I don't think there's enough players willing to do instance. I remember some of the times I would do it, there was just not enough players. As in, just no one. You'll be there for a little bit. So overall, I would probably change that. Like this delve, I had to like LF looking for delve. I had to change that. So I would definitely probably get rid of. Actually, not even get rid of. Add some type of solo thing that you can do. More of that. Another thing, since it's like a dungeon crawler, I would say a way to get gems, but I don't want to make it too easy. Probably an alternate mode. This alternate mode would probably consist of boss rush or something. Every third boss gives you something, makes you feel like you want to do it. The way how Trove is, it's really hard to add content because the core content is just grinding. So as long as they see it's like interesting or something, honestly should be added. And I think that's my whole thing for ideas. I really don't have any other besides, removing some of the stuff from the cash shop. Like, bro, I guarantee you that cash shop is loaded. Everything else, not too loaded. You can probably find it on the side of the road. Another thing, I guess adding another armor tier to make it so you can go up higher. Because right now, I'm sick of seeing crystals just dropping. Not crystals, shadows and relics, despite being Uber 10. Like, just don't give me anything. But at the same time, some people do need flux. There's different ways of getting flux, but overall, making Trove a better game would be harder than making GTA 6. Due to it's just the way how the game is. Also nerfing some of the new classes. As in nerfing, I mean straight up nerfing. Classes are too OP. GG's.